Planning a trip to Europe? Well, you're about to get fingerprinted at the airport.
Yep, starting this week, Europe's new border system goes live, and your vacation just got a whole lot more digital.
If you've got a European vacation planned this fall, well, surprise, your next trip might include fingerprints, face scans, and a little extra airport drama.
Starting October 12th, 2025, Europe is rolling out a new biometric system that's going to change how millions of travelers enter and exit the EU.
Don't worry though, because we have got you covered. Here's everything that you need to know before you fly. We'll walk you through who it affects, how long you can stay, and what countries are part of it. So let's go.
First things first, this affects anyone not from the European Union or the Schengen Zone. So if your passport says Canada, the US, the UK, Australia, Japan, Brazil, basically anywhere outside of Europe's free movement area, this applies to you.
But if you live in Europe or you're an EU citizen, you're already in the system. You're good. For everyone else, get ready for fingerprints, face scans, and automated border gates.
So before you panic and Google what's Schengen, let's break it down for you.
The Schengen Zone is basically Europe's border-free club. Once you enter, you can travel between 29 countries from France to Finland without showing your passport at every stop.
It's named after a tiny village in Luxembourg where the original agreement was signed back in 1985. Who knew that one little town would make backpacking through Europe so easy?
Most EU countries are part of it, plus a few extras like Switzerland, Norway, Iceland, and Liechtenstein.
But not everyone's in the club. Countries like Ireland, the UK, Cyprus, Bulgaria, and Romania still have their own border controls.
So when we talk about Schengen rules, we're really talking about that shared border-free zone. And now, the EU's new entry-exit system is about to make it a lot more high-tech. Think of it as the EU's version of the US fingerprint scan. It tracks when you enter and leave the Schengen zone. That's 29 countries, including most of Europe, using biometric data.
So instead of just a passport stamp, you'll now be photographed and fingerprinted the first time you enter.
Which sounds a bit dystopian, but really it's just Europe catching up with what the US and other countries already do.
The first time it'll take a few extra minutes while your fingerprints and the photo are taken, but after that, you're in the database for 3 whole years.
Think of it like creating your own digital travel card for Europe.
The official goal is to tighten border security and stop people from overstaying the 90-day tourist limit. Millions of tourists enter Europe every year, and until now, it's been mostly on the honor system.
The unofficial goal, well, to know exactly who's where, when, and for how long. Because paperwork, it was getting messy.
If you're a tourist, you can still stay up to 90 days in any 180-day period. That rule hasn't changed, but now it will be automatically tracked.
Translation, no more fudging your dates on the napkin in your hostel room.
So, if you spend 30 days in Italy, 40 days in Spain, and 20 in France, you're done. That's your 90 days.
After that, you'll need to leave the Schengen zone for 90 days before re-entering.
Here's how it works once you enter any Schengen country, whether that's Spain, Italy, Germany, or Portugal. Your 90-day clock starts ticking. Every country you visit inside the Schengen zone adds to the same total.
And when you hit day 90, that's it. You gotta leave. No extensions, no wiggle room, and no, but I just need one more day in Paris exceptions.
I always need one more day in Paris.
Don't we all?
But after that, you have to stay out of the Schengen zone for another 90 days before you can come back.
Exactly. So you can't just pop over to the UK or Ireland for a few weeks and reset your stay. The 180-day window, it still applies.
So what do you expect when you get to the airport? Well, when you arrive, you're going to go through a new kiosk, kind of like a futuristic photo booth, where they'll take your fingerprint, snap your picture, and record your passport details. These are new self-service kiosks at airports, seaports, and land borders.
Now, the first visit, it takes longer, but after that, you're registered, so future trips will be a lot faster and easier because your data's already in the system. It's like sort of scanning a boarding pass.
That's awesome. However, the rollout isn't happening all at once. Each country in the EU is phasing it in gradually.
So while Spain might have sleek kiosks in Madrid and Barcelona, small border crossings like in Slovenia may still be stamping passports the old-fashioned way.
But by April 9th, 2026, every Schengen country will be fully using the new system. No more passport stamps.
Which is a little sad, right? I liked collecting those, didn't you?
Of
Of course. Those stamps were like travel badges. Now it's just data in a database.
I guess we're just going to be stuck collecting tapas and tiramisu instead.
Sounds good, actually. Or maybe it's going to be postcards and memories. The only things that don't take up luggage space or get confiscated at security.
So as we said, this only applies to non-EU citizens. Unfortunately, British travelers since Brexit, you count as third country nationals, which sounds really dramatic, but it only means that you have to register like everyone else.
Kids under 12, they don't need to do fingerprints, but they still go through the process. And if you already live in the EU, you're exempt. They've already got your data, so you're good.
So the system will store your fingerprints, a photo of your face, your passport details, and where and when you entered and exited.
Basically, Europe's going full Mission Impossible, but with better coffee.
If you're denied entry, that gets logged too, and your data will stay in the system for 3 years, longer if you keep traveling in and out.
So, will it cause delays? Probably. Yes. Especially at the beginning of the rollout. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, border agents are warning travelers to allow extra time, especially during the first few months while the system ramps up.
So some airports like Paris, Rome, and Madrid, they already have self-service kiosks ready to go. But other ones, not so much.
So maybe you should book a longer layover in Frankfurt if you're traveling this fall.
So remember, this is just step one. Next year, Europe plans to launch ETIAS, a new visa waiver system, kind of like the US ESTA.
That means you apply online before your trip and pay a small fee. It's been delayed multiple times, but officials say it will likely start at the end of 2026.
So if you're planning that 2026 Euro trip, prepare for both the face scan and an online authorization.
So what should travelers do now? Well, if you're flying into the EU after October 12th, just expect things to take longer and stay calm. This is a massive rollout.
Make sure you know how many days you spent in the Schengen Zone. There's even an official calculator that you can use.
Bring your patience, charge your phone, and maybe pack snacks because nobody wants to be hangry at border control. Been there, done that.
Especially not in front of a facial recognition camera, right?
So what do all of you think? Is this a smart move for security, or is it another layer of travel red tape just to make it all more exhausting?
We want to hear what you have to say, so drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you've already gone through the new system, let us know how it went.
And make sure to like this video and subscribe, and even share it with anyone who's planning to travel to Europe, especially those who still think you just stamp and go.
Safe travels, everybody, and remember, when in doubt, smile for the scanner.